Holding angles is one of those things in Valorant that can make you feel helpless. You get peeked and before you can even react, you die. Trust me, I've been there countless times. But if you give me 10 minutes of your time, I promise to massively improve this for you by explaining what most of us do wrong when holding an angle and then giving you a 5-step protocol to fix your angle holding. I'm Marlo, and after this video, your duel's win rate on Inside will increase drastically. So let's do this, man. First things first, do you remember that tip I have given you guys a lot of times already about resetting before peeking so that you can take the fight being as ready as possible? Well, the same thing applies to holding angles. You have to hold them with full focus and the intention to kill. You're calling out the enemy's position and trying to coordinate a retake while holding the angle, you're dead. You're thinking about whether or not you should push backside on an execute while holding the angle, you're dead. My crosshair placement in both these clips is shocking, but yours most likely looks the same in many situations because we are not focused enough on holding the angle. Think about it, whenever you are not actively peeking something, you are practically holding an angle. That's a lot of the time, and if we don't dedicate the proper focus to it, then we can get caught with our pants down way too often. So let's implement the 5-step protocol now that's going to fix how we're holding angles. Step 1 is to position yourself well. You have two options here. The first one is playing a common angle close to cover. The problem with these angles is that you're very vulnerable to peeker's advantage. The enemy will have great pre-aim for your position and swing into you, ready for the fight. That's why you want to position yourself as close to cover as you can and focus on only firing one burst before quickly strafing behind that cover. Your other option is taking an off angle, and I would recommend this whenever you can afford to stand in the open. For example, when you only have to worry about one enemy peeking you for the time being. Standing 1 or 2 steps beside your expected position can make a massive difference, since you're catching the enemy off guard and he needs to make a bigger aim adjustment. After taking your position, step 2 is crosshair placement. Crosshair placement always sounds so easy in theory, but the true skill lies in mastering this fundamental and always having perfect crosshair placement. When holding an angle, you massively rely on your crosshair being in the perfect spot and the enemy basically peeking into your shot. So as soon as you're holding something and you're exposed to an enemy potentially peeking you, slow down and get your crosshair ready. Make sure that you have exact head height and that you're positioning your crosshair away from the angle to give yourself time to react. Now, very importantly comes step 3. Stop moving. This is a major bad habit I had and that I'm still fighting. No matter the position or the angle, I always try to peek into the enemy or move around in my position nervously. It's okay to do some longer strafes when you need to hold an angle for a long time and you want to stop yourself from falling asleep, but when you know there's a very high chance you're about to get peeked, then calm down and simply hold the angle. This will give you the best crosshair placement, the most readiness for the fight, and the best vision on the peeking enemy. Especially in ranked matches when the pressure's on, a lot of players will rely on standard peeks that are easy to predict. And once you're able to calm yourself down and lose your fear of holding angles, you will notice how often you can get easy kills on players peeking you. Now, if you like the protocol this far, I can only recommend you to start using Inside. It's an improvement platform designed to help you achieve your dream rank. We are all ambitious players ourselves and we love helping others reach their goals as well. And Inside helps you by breaking down your game into strengths and weaknesses and then giving you recommended content to improve right alongside it. Link is in the description, guys. Okay, so this entire protocol so far has prepared us for step 4, being ready to fight. This refers to our mental preparedness that an enemy is about to peek us and we need to be ready to shoot. Every second of a round there's a ton going on and a lot of info to process. But when the time comes and you're about to take a fight, you need to focus on just that, taking the fight. Lock in on the angle you're holding for as long as you're holding it. Then, once you got the kill, worry about the next step. Finally, for step 5, let's talk about what to do when you don't get the kill right away. When you're holding and the enemy peeks you, you should fire 1 bullet with pistols or the Guardian and a 2-bullet burst with your spray weapons. Right after you fire those shots, you want to strafe. make your aim adjustment and fire a burst again until you kill the enemy. Our goal with this protocol is to be more ready for the fight than the other guy. So let's say you hold an off angle, you're completely locked in on the angle and you get peeked. Bam! While the enemy is still surprised by seeing you in an unexpected position, you already fire your first shots. Now you're already moving by doing a strafe to the side while your enemy is firing his first shots at the position you just stood in. And there you are, ready before him again to fire your second burst, and you kill him easily. Alright, now that we've mastered holding angles, it's time to get our peeking to top level as well. I have just the right video for you linked on the screen right now. See you there.